Hey everybody, my name is Natalie Duncan-Emmons. I wanted to thank you for listening to this episode of The Morning Show. I'm the creator, the producer, and the host of the show. We want you to check out our website. It's themorningshowwithnatalie.com. You can go to that website. You can see all about our sponsors, all about the show. You can even listen to live episodes while they're going on right there from the website. Another way to listen to the show live is go to Live 365. You can download that app and just search for The Morning Show. It's right there. Super easy. We want you to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you will. That way you can keep up with what's going on the morning show. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it. My name is Natalie Duncan-Emmons. You are listening to The Morning Show. It's Thursday morning, and you know what we do every Thursday morning. Well, we throw it back, and I am so excited to be throwing it back this morning to a legendary group in Southern gospel music. It's none other than the Dixie Echoes. And if there's ever been a group that has stood the test of time, well, it's our friends, the Dixie Echoes. And what an honor today to have Randy Shelnut Jr. Well, we call him Scoot. We have all his life. And we've got Scoot with us today. Are you there?
I'm right here.
Look, we're excited about this. I've been excited about you being on the morning show. Scoot, I don't think I've seen you in about 19 years, but we do go back a long way.
Boy, that's the truth. It's hard to believe it's been that long.
Isn't that something?
Man, I tell you, we used to have some fun at the ski retreat, singing news ski retreat.
Good times and fun memories. I'm a little surprised that you even remember that, Scoot. That was a long time ago.
Hey, I don't forget bowling partners now.
We had a good time. You were about the best bowling partner that I could find. That's for sure. Well,
you didn't look too far.
I didn't have to. Well, look, some of my earliest memories of Southern gospel music, they go back to the Dixie Echoes. Back when I can remember just 2 and 3 years old, can go back and remember some really, really fun times of the Dixie Echoes. And they really helped to create a love in my heart for gospel music. I remember way back, and I'm just going to go ahead and spill the beans here. My all-time favorite Dixie Echo member ever goes way back to Daddy Paul. And I remember it way back to Daddy Paul days. Wasn't he something?
Yes, and he still is. He's 90. He's 90 years old now. He'll be 91 in September.
That is incredible.
But he's still Fireball.
I would love to see that
so
man.
Funny.
I'd love to just hear him talk and hear him sing. So, maybe before it's too late, I can get over there your way and just reminisce with him a little bit. Look, I need to get over there and interview him and have him on the show. Couldn't he tell some stories?
Yeah, so, he could tell a ton.
I bet
he's lived a long time and been through a lot of stuff, I tell you. But he's an old warrior. He can still get it done.
Well, he made a huge impact on my life when I was very young. I've never forgotten that. And I still love to go back and listen to Daddy Paul back on those days. And nobody could sing it just like him. Look, if the Dixie Echoes had great, great success in its day, they had 6 members that went on to be inducted into the Southern Gospel Music Association Hall of Fame. J.G. Whitfield, if I'm correct, he actually founded the group back in the day. You can correct me if I'm wrong about that. But
he did.
You had J.G. Whitfield, Dale Shelnut, which is your grandfather, Jack Toney, Billy Todd, Tim Riley, and then your dad, Randy Shelnut. Scoot, I had no idea Tim Riley was with the Dixie Echoes. When was that?
He was actually there twice, believe it or not. He was, I think, 1969. He went with the group and was there for about maybe a month, and then he got drafted into Vietnam. So he had to leave the group and go to Vietnam. And then when he got back from Vietnam, he came back. So
well, I've learned something today. I had no idea about that. We all love Tim Riley. Well, you've sure had some big names. You've had some big songs. You've had some big times through the years. The Dixie Echoes performed throughout the they still do perform throughout the United States, Mexico, and Canada. They've been a part of the National Quartet Convention throughout all these years, the Gospel Jubilee Cruise, the Brumley Sing, the Memphis Quartet Show, Dollywood, Silver Dollar City, Carnegie Hall. And of course, they've been at countless churches and festivals and fairs and been on various television appearances. They're probably maybe most remembered back in the day for their regular appearances on the nationally syndicated Gospel Singing Jubilee. People still remember that, Scoot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We get somebody every night will say, I used to see your granddaddy on the Jubilee. I used to see your dad on the Jubilee when he had black hair.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't too long ago. Not too awful long ago.
No, just,
Yeah.
not long.
Just a
Yeah.
couple of decades ago. Well, listen, we're throwing it back today. And I would love if you've got time for us to get in 2 or 3 of these Dixie Echo songs. But the first one that when I think of your dad, Randy Shelnut, who is just a legend in this industry, the song that parallels with his name to me is I'll Take Jesus, that great song that he wrote. Many have sung it. I've heard other people sing it, but none have sung it like Randy Shelnut sings it. We were talking about it a few minutes ago. You said he wrote this in 1974. Is that right?
I believe it was 73 or 74. I'm pretty sure he says 74. So he probably knows better than I do. So,
well, did this song kind of change? Was this like a career changer for your dad?
It was really high in the charts, and people still get blessed by it today. We almost every night we have a request for it, and we started singing it a little bit here and there again because so many people have been asking lately. But yeah, this was what put him on the map as a songwriter. And he's written so many great songs, but this one just really stuck out.
Yeah, it's one of the
and especially on the Jubilee, when they had the national TV show, everybody in the world heard it, and it was just a very popular song.
Well, it's a great song, and you guys should still be singing it. Every time you get up to sing, you ought to sing I'll Take
agree.
Jesus. Every time. Let's play it this morning on the morning show. We're throwing it back to 1974. We usually throw back to the 80s and the 90s, but today we're going back a little bit further because we love this song so much, and we love our friends, the Dixie Echoes. Here they are singing it, the song written by Randy Shelnut back in 1974. Here's I'll Take Jesus.
As they gambled for the robe he wore, they chose a worldly trail, and they didn't think of eternity as the soldier drove the nail. Will we learn from what they've done, or make that same mistake? Jesus or the world, my friend, which one will you take? I'll take Jesus. I'll take Jesus. I've tried those earthly pleasures and they failed. When you see the gates of heaven, you'll hear the Master say, me or the world, my child, which one did you take? When the pages in my life have turned and time is rolled away, the greatest deeds that I have done won't help me on that day. And all my earthly treasures that I have laid away, they'll be to me just a memory, and this you'll hear me say, I'll take Jesus. I'll take Jesus. I tried those earthly pleasures and they failed. When you see the gates of heaven, you'll hear the Master say, me or the world, my child, which one did you take? I'll take Jesus.
There's that great song. I love it as much today as I ever have, Scoot.
It's a great one. Great one. I'm proud of my dad.
Yeah, you should be. He's a great guy. Look, he still sings with the group, right?
He does. Yeah, I hadn't fired him yet, so he's still here. He's singing better than ever, and of course he plays piano and guitar and a little bit of everything. So, and general and his bus mechanic. That's the main reason.
Because he keeps the bus running. Look, how much do y'all sing nowadays? Y'all pretty busy?
Yeah, we have been since the pandemic. Boy, that was a tough year.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tough year for not just for everybody, but we're kind of back to normal now, doing about 180 to 200 dates a year. So God's blessing us and keeping us going.
Yeah, that's pretty busy. Well, there's another one that I think of when I think of the Dixie Echoes. There's another song and that comes to mind that was just a whole lot of fun through the years. I remember seeing them sing this live and in concert many, many times. And it's that song, The Devil and His Old Suitcase. Now, if you know anything about the Dixie Echoes, well, you know that song. And they loved to do that style song. And nobody could do it any better than your dad could do those songs. And I remember one time being at a little country church here in Mississippi. The building itself probably didn't seat over about 100, 150 people. It was a small little building, but it was packed. And he sang the song and the people were on their feet clapping and cheering, and he sang it again and they were still clapping and cheering. And he ended up singing that song about 3 or 4 times in a row. And people were just as excited after he finished that 3rd or 4th time. They were still clapping. They still wanted to hear it. And I'll never forget your dad. He had already taken his tie off and unbuttoned his top button. And he, he was kind of getting a little tired. And so after that last time, he said, "You guys want to hear that one more time?" And everybody started cheering and hollering and wanted to hear it again. He said, "Well, you go pick up that album on your way home and take it home with you because I'm tired." And that was just classic Randy Shelnut. Let me tell you, if anybody is a showman on stage, it's your dad and the Dixie Echoes. They're just a whole lot of fun to watch.
Well, thank you. We've always tried to incorporate a lot of laughter. I mean, we all need to laugh. There's nothing wrong with that, doing that at a gospel singing.
No, we need to.
We've always tried to. Yeah, we've always been that way. Let's show folks around us the joy that Jesus can bring us.
Yeah, and they could have went 100 other places besides coming to that gospel singing, and sometimes they went to a whole lot of trouble to get there, to get ready, to make the trip, to stop what they were doing. And we want them to enjoy it. We want them to feel the spirit, and feel the presence, but we want them to have a good time once they get there. Exactly. And if they come to the Dixie Echoes, they're going to have a good time. Now, let's talk about this song. Your daddy didn't write this song, did he?
No, he didn't write this one. I don't know. I don't really know who wrote it. My grandfather did this with a group called the Rhythm Masters in high school. And so that was, 50s, early 50s. And I don't know where this one came from, honestly.
It's just been passed down. Yeah, it's just been passed down. Well, so let's play it.
He had done it. All right, let's do it.
Scoot, do y'all still sing this one sometime on the program?
Oh, yeah, we still sing this one just about every weekend.
Look at there. Well, we're going to play it right here. We've never played this one on the morning show, but I have a feeling people are going to like it, and we'll have to play it all the time now. We're starting something this morning. Throwing it back to the Dixie Echoes. Here's the one that we know from a long time ago, The Devil and His Old Suitcase. Here it is.
Who's that a coming down that lonesome road? Who's that a toting such a heavy load? Who's that a wearing such an awful face? It must be the devil and his old suitcase. Who's that a standing at my front door? Who's that a knocking like he did before? Who's that a saying, "I likes your place"? It must be the devil and his old suitcase. The blues he gives you will only get you down. Oh yes, when he gets you, he'll turn your happy hours upside down. Who's that a leaving from my front door? Who's that a leaving like he did before? Who's that a saying, "I hate that grace"? It must be the devil and his old suitcase. The blues he gives you will only get you down. Oh yes, when he gets you, he'll turn your happy hours upside down. Oh, who's that a leaving a saying I hate that grace. It must be the devil and his old suitcase. Must be the devil and his old suitcase.
Well, Scoot, that's a whole lot of fun right there. Brings back a lot of memories. I can still see the Dixie Echoes on stage singing that.
Yeah, if you're listening in your car, that might have you might have sped up a little bit on that one.
Might have seen some blue lights behind you. Well, I want to thank you for taking this time on this Thursday morning to be on the morning show. You've brought back some really good memories, and we've had a good time reminiscing about the Dixie Echoes. And Scoot, it's good to talk to you, my friend. Tell us how your health
Same
is.
to you. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. God's blessed me. I had cancer when I was 15 years old, and he healed me of that. And so I've been cancer free about 26, 27 years now, something like that. I was told I'd never have children, and I've got a 7-year-old little boy. So he proved them wrong.
Isn't that something? God is good, my friend, and he blesses
He sure
faithfulness.
is.
And you've been faithful a long time, all your life. You've been faithful, and we appreciate you, Scoot.
Well, thank you. I've been with the group for almost 32 years. Last week started 32 years. So
That's all you
and
know.
I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, it's all you've ever
I love
done. And they would probably be lost without you, Scoot.
it. I don't know about that.
No,
They
I'm
might
sure.
get a lot farther without me.
I doubt that. Well, look,
Hold
before
them
you
back.
go, I want to play one more from the Dixie Echoes, and this one features you. And I wanted to do that since we had you as a guest today. We'd love to hear you sing. I believe
thank
this is an old Florida Boys song, if I'm not mistaken. I think we can trace it back to the Florida Boys.
Yeah,
It's the
they
classic.
sure did.
Yeah. Do you know who wrote this? Because I don't.
Actually, Nat Stuckey, the country singer, I'm pretty sure he wrote it or co-wrote it. Him and Connie Smith, I think, were the first one to cut it. So, but we heard it from a lady that come in our studio, and she had sung it, and boy, the spirit was just all over her and all over the place when she was singing this song. And Dad and I looked at each other and said, "Man, we have got to do this song."
Yeah.
And he remembered it from the Florida Boys when she started singing it, but I had never heard it before. So we picked it up and started doing it, and it's kind of become a staple song in our set every night.
Well, we love it, and we love the way you sound on it. You did a tremendous job on it, Scoot. Thank you for being on the morning show, my friend.
I appreciate it. We've had a good time. Thank you so much.
We have. And don't you forget, you've got a friend right here in Mississippi.
Hey, that's all right. You've got one here in Florida.
All right. We'll make a deal out of that. We're ending out this segment today with the Dixie Echoes, Crumbs from the Table. Thanks, Scoot.
Thank you.
Lord, bless your children who walk in perfection, who manage to master your will. Give them their share of sweet milk and wild honey. Provide bread of life till they're filled. Feed the children, but give me the crumbs from the table. I'll wait for them down on my knees. I'd be ever so grateful for crumbs from the table, for strength needed to follow thee. Lord, I'm not worthy to eat from the platter, for I'm just a beggar in need. Satisfy others mercy on me. Feed the children, but give me the crumbs from the table. I'll wait for them down on my knees. I'd be ever so grateful for crumbs from the table, for strength